I'm Scott Gendel. I'm from Monona, Wisconsin, and I'm the composer of Everlasting Faint. During quarantine in 2020, I thought about what I wanted to do with my composing career, and what I really wanted to do was write a big opera with all the bells and whistles. I met librettist Sandra Flores-Strand online in late 2020, and she pitched me this story idea, which I just loved. We started writing the piece in 2021, and then at the end of 2023, we did a workshop at the University of Wisconsin-Madison with students, which was really fantastic. And then we have made revisions and orchestrated and done all kinds of things, and now it's finally coming to its premiere about 5 years after we started thinking about it. The music of Everlasting Faint is big, romantic, operatic stuff. I don't shy away from melodies you can sing along to, and big romantic sounds, and emotional swells, and all that stuff. There's also some darker, stranger music for the darker, stranger moments of the plot. There's also a lot of influence from Appalachian folk music. I have a deep love of that music, and because this opera takes place in West Virginia in 1897, it was really fun to bring in some of those folk elements and have some folk-like sounds in the singing and in the orchestra. The orchestra is 25 players, and it's sort of designed to maximize the amount of colors we can get from 25 people. So there is a string section, there are woodwinds, there are brass, there's a harp and an acoustic guitar and a piano and a bunch of percussion instruments. And the idea is just to have a lot of different colors available. Especially there's sort of a folk band that gets pulled out for some of the folk moments. So there's guitar, and the first violinist also plays fiddle, and there's sort of things that give you a little bit of a folk flavor in the music. But then also there are some wild sound effects for things like the ghostly moments, and some really intense sort of driving, slightly heavy metal influenced music for some of the really angry rage moments, and lots of different colors. The more colors, the better. I just wanted it to be such a colorful score full of life and ideas. There are moments in the libretto that I just knew would be great fun to write. Act 1 ends with a trio of ghosts calling out for justice in 3-part harmony, and I just knew that was going to be a blast. It's dark, but it's so exciting to write big, intense 3-part harmonies like that. I am a big fan of writing things that sound nice but feel a little not nice. So it was really fun to write the drinking song for the villain, Trout. To have a moment where he's singing this really happy drinking song and you just know it's kind of rotten underneath it all. That was really fun for me. But I'd say the biggest thing is, I've written a number of smaller operas in the past, some chamber operas, some musical theater influenced pieces, some things for 4 performers or maybe 6 performers. But it was really fun to get to have just a world of possibility open to me. I think there's lots of cool art made from just a few colors at a time, but to have like the giant box of 256 crayons and just have every color available with 12 named cast members and a chorus and an orchestra and 8 scenes and all these things happening at once, just to be able to do pretty much anything that could come to my mind was really exciting and a ton of fun. I am really excited to hear the ghost music with full orchestra, especially Elva's arias. There are things that just don't sound as colorful on piano because, when Elva makes her first appearance, there's sliding around in the strings, and there are unusual percussion sounds that kind of sound alien, and there are weird bends that the brass are doing with their lips to sort of make the pitch warp out of shape, and there's all these unusual sounds that are going to happen to give a sense of the ghostly. Also because she's a ghost, she sort of exists on a different time scale, and everything is really stretched out in a really cool way, and having that sort of out-of-time, ghostly, unusual sound collage happening, I'm really excited to hear it because I can only imagine it. It doesn't really make sense at piano, and I think it'll make a ton of sense once you hear all those colors at once. From a purely musical standpoint, I'm really excited just to have people hear these melodies and hopefully get them stuck in their head. I've already heard some reports of that from the chorus. To feel the sort of big emotional sweep of the thing and get caught up in the story and just lose themselves in it for a few hours. I think also I just hope people leave with a sense of hope. There's a lot of dark stuff in this opera about abuse and murder and society not listening to women and all the levels of patriarchy that Mary has to fight through, but also it ends up with a hopeful message, a message of ways to move forward from that, a sort of emotional catharsis that lets people let go of all that tension and think about finding ways forward in the world. And I hope that there's a sense of real joy and hope coming forward out of this piece, even though there's such darkness in it. My unofficial tagline for really short purposes to explain what the show's about to people has been, 3 ghosts and 2 moms take on the patriarchy.